I studied Russian because when I was deciding what I wanted to study, Russia was kind of flavor of the month with Gorbachev, Perestroika. And also because I wanted to study a language, I wanted to travel, I wanted to, I suppose, absorb another culture. And you know, the funny thing about it was that out of all my friends in university, I was the only one who really liked what I was studying.
Those who have been interested in literature and theatre and dance and music and so on will have come into close contact with Russia through those art forms. And in a way, I think there's a particular group there who would be much more aware, perhaps, than the average of just how central and important Russian culture is, and indeed Russian language, to European culture.
It's very easy as you go through life to keep your mind kind of shut, closed, because you find a defined path and you go down it. But actually, if you can keep your mind open to opportunities across all walks of life, what can come down the road can be absolutely fascinating and revealing. And to me, kind of Russia fits into that, and learning Russian.
The thing that I've learned the most from studying Russian and from living in Russia was getting a perception on Western culture that you wouldn't normally get. So I've learned a lot about our culture, about myself, about the world, just through being here, through existing in a place that's very culturally different. You learn a lot.
There are all these most surprising cultural and historical connections. The interest in Irish literature is immense. The translations of Irish literature into Russian actually are very vibrant at the moment. There's a lot of work happening there. So I suppose everything would point to, and my own background in it, to the fact we're only scratching the surface of that artistic and cultural potential for connection between the two countries.
Not only do you have the beautiful language, it's incredibly useful. I mean, if you're just looking at a language to get on in the world, whether it's in the arts, whether it's in business, whether it's in football management, whether it's in the movies. I mean, Russia has the biggest growing cinema industry in the world at the moment. Obviously, you know, incredible writers, incredible poets, incredible ballet, incredible theatre.
For me personally, learning Russian was a great advantage because it led to where I am today. I live in Moscow, I work as a filmmaker, I love this city, I'm very happy here. But even thinking objectively about it for other people, I think it's a great place to come. I think it's a great subject to study for the Leaving Cert and in the university. You know, Russia, like China, is one of those countries of the future that's going to be an economic powerhouse full of opportunities. And you know, if you're a Russian speaker, you're very well placed.
With Russian, there's this tremendously welcoming sense of appreciation, and you know, every effort is welcomed. So it was I think, particularly special 18 months that I was able to spend there at that time.
Because when you begin to learn a language like Russian, or begin to understand it, you begin to understand a whole new part of the world. That's attractive. It's got to be attractive, rather than carrying on, you know, the same path that you're going to go on, that so many people go on, and then they look back when they're 50 and 60 going, did I miss something? Well, don't miss something. Take Russian, have a go, it's worth it.